Hi there, my name is Kaiga and I'm working on a magic mechanic in Unreal Engine for my fantasy game. I would love to get some feedback from you guys and, well, it's a passion project of mine. There's no release date, no Steam page or anything like this. If you're looking for soon to release the game, well, it's probably not for you, and there are many great indie games out there that can promise you dates already. Currently, I'm just experimenting with ideas and I need your creative minds, as many as we can, on board to help me theorize about problems and helping me to solve them. Well, it's all about a fantasy game and a fantasy world, and I love magic mechanics in games. And when playing games, for me, I enjoy mechanics with magic that make you like slam the keyboard and try to combine spells and discover new spells. Like for example, if you don't know Dota, Dota 2, probably the Invoker, by far my favorite character. I love him for being able to adjust the spells you're casting to the situation, and games like Magica and other games, which leads me to the first question. If you know games like this, please let me know. What are your favorite games with great spell casting and magic systems I should look into? So let me show you the mechanic I come up with so far. When you hold down the right mouse button, by the way, all the cosmetics and UI and graphics are just prototyping. When you hold down the right mouse button, you can't control the view anymore, like now you can. And you go to the spell crafting menu. On the four sides of the edges, you see red, blue, green and yellow colors for the corresponding element types, and you are creating your own spell like this. When you hover over them, you activate them, and like you can see, up to 3 circles appear in the middle with the corresponding colors. Like this one is fire, this one is ice, this one is earth, and this one is lightning. And the combination of which you can choose of creates the spell you want to do. If there is no spell available, like when I put just anything on, if it's too many, if it's more than 3 elements, you get no spell at all, like you see here. If you choose up to 3 elements, you get the spell, and you prepare the spell that's searched. For example, if I go for 1 element fire, my character is going to cast a fireball with an AoE effect. Like this. You can see it on the target numbers. If I go for 1 coal, for example, my character is gonna throw this big, call this big icy wind out. Let's remove the mana cost quickly, so I can show you more of it. And you see those targets gonna be not damaged, but slowed down. I'm gonna show you this on the target over here, on a moving target. If I cast it, he's slowed for a certain amount and a certain time, and after this he's gonna run again. If you combine spells, like for example I go for ice and fire in combination, I'm gonna make an icy explosion all around the character. That's high damaging and area of effect. This. So this way you can combine all the spells you want, and which gets me to the next question. When you combine all the spells with 3 circles, that's possible. You go up to 84 spells, unique spells that are possible, which makes it to a point where I struggle right now, because my question is, how can I make the mechanic as intuitive as possible while still keeping the depths of the mechanic to create your own spell combinations? And another part is, how can I balance the number of unique spells and possibilities while still making them feel meaningful and not just like a new texture for the same effect? I'm gonna show you the spellbook for now, to let you see how many spells there are. For example, the combination of those 4 elements makes it possible to get a total of 84 combined spells, or just including the 1 circle spells, 2 circle spells, and all the way down to the 3 circle spells. Over time and with a couple of people giving me feedback on the game, I've already improved quite a lot at some points. For example, in the beginning you were finding a spell, you couldn't move at all. Now you can keep on moving with WASD, and just when you try to cast the spell, you're bound to stand still during the casting duration. Makes it a lot more interactive. Another part which gets me to a big problem of mine is when you're out of mana, for example, if we remove the mana cost, like now, it's not possible to cast another fireball. So I needed something that doesn't cost mana, like an auto attack, which is, for example, when I am on the element of fire, like this little mini fireball. It doesn't do a lot of damage, and it's a ranged attack. I can choose another element, which made me go for classes. Just an idea. For example, the frost is like the close combat AoE frost explosion, and the earth element goes for like those mini poison balls. If I hear them, they're gonna make a damage over time effect on the target. Yeah, like this. And I'm not really lucky with the current state of the shock element. Just an example, could be lightning coming down. Currently it's healing as well. If you go to the statue, it's possible to heal the statue with it. So it's healing and damaging, healing allies, damaging enemies at the same time. Just an idea I came up with. The class system leads me to the final question I got for you. What genre do you think the mechanic works the best, and why? Like you can see, the mechanic I went for with the frost seems like more like a tank version, maybe combined with an ice shield, range damage with fire and the element of poison damage over time, using a healing ability on the lightning. So that part might go for like a multiplayer game, maybe even MMO, RPG, some kind of stuff. I could even imagine doing a single player with more immersion on the class mage itself, but I'm open for suggestions. I'm not fixed on that yet, and I'm curious what you think. Well, at this point, if you really made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and I hopefully get some ideas and some feedback from you guys to experiment with. Have a nice day and see you soon!